reporting from the Wall Street Journal reveals how Mar-a-Lago under Donald Trump apparently spent years sending young women to massage Jeffrey Epstein. Literally years of it, despite the fact that he exposed himself to many of them and otherwise made them feel either creeped out or violated. It kept going on and on and on. And this really should not be a surprise to anybody at this point. Perhaps it will be. I mean, Epstein was Donald Trump's closest friend for like 25 years. They partied together, they hunted down women together. Of course, he's gonna be sending him women too. And we have more details. Employees who are typically young women, obviously, were sent to Epstein's home from Mar-a-Lago for years, despite warning each other about Epstein's inappropriate behavior, which included being sexually suggestive and exposing himself during appointments. And some people who don't think a lot before they speak might say, well, then why did they keep going? Do you think that Trump would have kept them employed if they said no to this sort of thing? Epstein's not even a member of Mar-a-Lago, but Trump told them all, you treat him like a member anyway. He is a special person. He's my best friend. You would not want to defy Trump on this. And so finally in 2003, an 18-year-old beautician who had been sent to Epstein's house complained to a manager that Epstein had pressured her for sex. A manager sent Trump a fax relaying the employee's allegation and urged him to ban Epstein. Trump told the manager it was a good letter and said to kick him out. I love that detail that they left in. The fax was a good letter, not my best friend of 2.5 decades is a sexual predator. Dear God, let's make sure no woman ever goes there. And oh my God, I sent women for years. What have I done? Just, it's a good letter. Let's stop letting him come to Mar-a-Lago. Oh, by the way, we're not gonna say anything to the police or anything. And what do you know? Because he didn't report his wealthy friend, he went on to sexually assault way more women for the next couple of years before he was eventually kind of brought to justice a little bit. Thanks, Donald Trump, for the assist in his sexual predation. The Department of Palm Beach Police didn't begin investigating Epstein until 2 years later, when a parent told them Epstein molested a 14-year-old girl from a local high school, and he wasn't arrested until 2006 after several underage teens told police he paid them for sex. Think about how many crimes could have been stopped if Donald Trump had done, even at that late date, the right thing. But unfortunately, he didn't. And asked for comment, Carolyn Leavitt says, oh, it's fallacies and innuendo in order to smear President Trump. No matter how many times you tell the story, it's not true. Trump did nothing wrong and he kicked Epstein out for being a creep. Again, even if he kicked him out, he didn't send him to the police, he didn't give them a heads up about what he was doing. And also, what are you talking about, it's all fallacies? This is literally the cover story that you've given about how they stopped being friends after 2.5 decades. You may not like the details of it, but this is basically what you've claimed happened the entire time, Sharon. What do you think?
What I think is that too many employees came to Trump and said, look, this guy's a pervy perv, he's a creep. And instead of doing the right thing, Donald Trump said, okay, can you fax me a cover your ass letter? And then do whatever you want since I can't ignore it anymore. Just make sure you fax me a letter that makes me look better and that I'm not ignoring this. Thanks.
Yeah. Does somebody, if you are as worm-riddled in the brain as RFK Jr., tell me that you think Trump thought he was sending those women to just do massages. Say that. Write the dumbest thing that's ever been written in a YouTube comment and then send it into my channel, please, if that's something that you actually believe. And I'm gonna say one other thing, one final thing. Virginia Jeffrey, who's not made any claims against Donald Trump and obviously is one of the victims of Epstein who suffered the most, the ultimate suffering, of course, tragically and horrifically. So when he was asked, Trump was asked about whether she was one of the employees that Epstein had poached from Mar-a-Lago, he says, I think that was one of the people, yeah, he stole her. That was in July. She was sexually violated, her life was ruined. She eventually took her life because of the unimaginable suffering that she experienced. And Donald Trump only had empathy for himself for losing an employee. When I say that he is the worst person America has ever produced, Tell me I'm wrong, and I will give you another mountain of evidence because every day there's more examples of it.